Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Draw with T. In the same vein as some of my previous videos of late, I'm not actually drawing. I am assembling one of my zines. So you've probably seen a video out before this where I kind of flip through my zines and kind of talk about them. So in this episode, I'm showing you guys how I assembled my story zine, and unfortunately, it's kind of boring to watch. So I'm not going to be particularly talking about the process here. I'm going to be talking about some other stuff, but stay tuned, because at the end of this video I'll be showing some little clips that I took of the whole printing process that I did at the library, and that's a lot more, well, it's more exciting than what you're seeing here right now. It's like just little clips of things being spat out of the printer, me paginating, folding. Unfortunately, I didn't feel comfortable enough to do a vlog style video just because it's the public library. I was very tired, sleep deprived, just remembering which bus and whatever I had to catch and all that was hard enough, let alone trying to shoot a video. Also, I was with a friend, and I was very conscious of the fact that she didn't want her face filmed, and I had a feeling that nobody else around me wanted their faces filmed. So I was just a little too shy to get to that level yet. But I've I've stuck the clips here at the end. They're a little short, and they might not make a whole lot of sense, but they also might. And the clips at the end include me working on kind of all my zines, so not just the story zine, but also my comic zine and my art book zine. So stay tuned for the end of that, or skip ahead to the end of that if you can't stand this. So yeah, basically what you're seeing here is me putting together the black and white inner guts of my story zine. So how this worked out is, I realized printing at home is indeed the cheapest way to go, even with the cost of ink and everything. So I basically decided, or rather realized, that it would be better for me to print the black and white stuff at home, and just to kind of have a colored cover. So I decided to just kind of make the cover pages and the back cover a separate file, separate from this, and then just print this out at home. So as I said in a video previous to this is probably my favorite zine of the batch of 3 that I'm making. And that's because I'm just excited to share my story with people. Also very nervous. I'm nervous about what people will think of it, especially with it being in this form where it's kind of not ready to be shared yet, but I'm just so tired of telling people about this story and then being like, yeah, huh? Pull the other one. Pull the other leg. Or, the people that just really don't understand what it is I'm doing. And every time I've shared it with the right people, mind you, their eyes light up, and I get what I want. The reason I write, I get my fix when I see the look on their faces, when their eyes light up, when they want to know what happens next, but they also don't, because they want to see it in its final form. They don't want me to spoil it yet, but they want to hear more. They want to hear the tales and the stories and what happens next, and just having access to push people's buttons, push their emotional buttons through a story. I just love it. And I don't mean that in an evil, I want to control people way. I'm realizing as I get older that I really do enjoy being able to put a smile on somebody's face. Being able to tell them something and just have them gripped at the edge of their seat, needing to know what happens next. I just really like that. And, art kind of does it, but, I've always gotten the best results when there's been some kind of narrative attached to it. Back in school, I reveled anytime that there was a project that I could do some kind of narrative, like storyboards or sequential panels, because that was the moment that I realized that I could start with a compelling image and have people want to see what happens next, and then follow through with a story. And that's where I started to learn really the art of storytelling. how conflict and resolution and, pacing. And I had a live audience in art college, even though it was art college. On some level, I was, learning to tell that story. Learning how to, the live feedback from their faces as I would present storyboards or, present an animation or a comic. And of course, I would stand up there and dramatically read it out. So I was always kind of part actor in it all. But yeah, that's something I love. But I'm also very scared to share my stories. Art, you especially going to art college, you can always, or rather, I can always make the excuse, well, I had to draw that or something. It's business, shall we say. Sometimes it's just business, the things you draw, and it doesn't really reflect on you, per se. At least that's how it is with me. Now, writing, on the other hand, especially when I'm writing my stuff, there's no excuse. There's nothing to fall back on. It's just me. Raw, naked, standing out in the open for everybody to judge. And I'm always scared that somebody's just not gonna get it. Or the criticism will be harsh. All types of criticism kind of worry me. And it's not that I can't take criticism, I just really don't like it when the wrong people read the wrong story. And I'm sure you've had some experience with this, like the granny that accidentally reads a book of like dark humor and just finds it appalling, or the kid that reads a book that's for adults, or, somebody who's just, a very straight up, non-funny person reads a book of jokes and they just don't get it. And then they pass judgment, and that's just never really fun. Yeah. I don't really know where I was going with that, but, that's, basically it took me some time and some thinking to decide to share this little bit of Calasmere with people. And I'm a bit nervous because it's literally just an excerpt from my working document. This hasn't been made for people to read. It's been made for me to read, and all I've done is, clarified some things, fixed up most of the plot holes. I think I missed one, unfortunately, because this is a book made up of, it's been Frankenstein together from about 20 versions of Calasmere at 20 different moments. And, sometimes little things slip by just because, you're not fully aware of it. But I just want to be able to share this with people. I want some of the right people to have this, to read, to connect with, to get excited about. And that's the main thing. I kind of need a way for people to get excited about Calasmere, and to want more of it, because right now I'm just working in obscurity. But, until I have something to present, how is anybody going to know? But if it's kind of a downward spiral in a way. If I don't have fans, how am I supposed to show it? And how do I show it without fans? And that sort of thing. I believe we're coming up here pretty quickly on to the kind of more exciting segments, so I might just kind of bail my story out to talk about those. You'll have to excuse the quality of this video. I'm actually recording this the day after my zine event, and I'm quite tired from being in 40 pounds of armor, having talked to so many people. Even though I'm quite outgoing, I'm actually an introvert at heart, and afterwards I had to have a long soak in the bath because I kind of overexerted myself. And I'm still kind of feeling the effects of both the physical tiredness, because I unfortunately dehydrated. I kept trying to drink, but the thing is, when you're dressed as armor and you're as talkative and approachable as I am, you tend to just talk and talk and talk and talk, and there's never a chance to go refill your water bottle and drink. So yeah, I'm still kind of recovering today. Anyways, here's all the guts, the 10 story zines that I have. I sold one, so I'm happy about that. I'm gonna follow up with that gentleman about what he thought about the story. Hopefully he liked it. And now onto the segments. Ahem. There we go. All right, so this was at the library, and these were printed out in color. So those are the covers of my story zine, and there's a little peek of the comic book zine. And here, I had to record this with one hand other than a few moments where my friend could help me. So here I'm trying to show you guys how I'm putting these together. Basically, I'm sliding the guts into that, and then I believe it was here that I managed to get my friend to just kind of show me using my lovely new long stapler, which I was kind of nervous here. This was like the first one I was stapling, so of course it had to be perfect. And yeah, there we go. And for some reason, this is the only book I filmed a flip through of, even though there's nothing really to see here. This is the one that got a flip through. The other ones I meant to do flip throughs of, but I just forgot. And I didn't film any when I got home because I just decided to do a video of it. But there's a few little pieces of art in this one. And yeah, so here I am paginating. So basically how the printer worked is it spat out all of the same kind of pages, which I was hoping it wouldn't. But hey, it's cheap printing at the library, and I got some of that free, so you know, can't complain. So this is just me kind of showing the process of laying out 10 books. So, you know, I just kind of had to make sure my pagination was right, which I was really concerned about considering how tired I was and the lack of sleep I had because of this whole massive undertaking. But it was also fun. I do enjoy book art stuff. Yeah, so then that was that. And then, you know, this is just me showing off the folding leading up to the stapling. I really kind of wished I could have shown you guys a better version of all this. But being at the library, I couldn't really set up my filming process. So yeah, this will have to do. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. I staple it with a long stapler after creasing the pages. And then here's a little reversed video from the flip through, just so I could end off showing you guys the 4 books. So enjoy this reversed footage. It's kind of funky when I'm flipping through the pages. Otherwise, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next episode. These are for sale. If you haven't heard, the big ones are $5. The little one is $2.50. That's a coloring book. I've also got some stickers on sale, which I show in that video. So yeah, see you guys in the next episode.